everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I make a lot of videos about Salesforce. Today we're going to be going over approval processes and how to create an approval process. So first thing I want to do is kind of set up our scenario. We are going to go into opportunities and I have specifically set up an opportunity and a new field. It should be around here somewhere. Let me check on the edit. Yes, here it is on the edit. It hasn't quite made it to the page layout yet, but we have a field called discount. So we are going to be setting up an approval process. If the discount is greater than a certain amount, then we need to have it be approved by a manager. So let's go ahead and actually go into setup and we will start working on this use case. Again, this is also a pretty common use case that I've seen within Salesforce is that you'll have a opportunity that is needing to be discounted, and if it's more than, let's say, 20% or 25%, then it's getting into too big of a discount and it's hitting our bottom line. And that could be good if this is a opportunity that has certain circumstances, but we just need to have this be approved or rejected. So I'm going to type in approval processes. All right, so now we have to select our object. Go into opportunity, and it looks like we have no approval processes. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use the Jumpstart wizard. There's also the standard one, but I'm just going to choose this one because I'm more familiar with it. We are going to have this be big discount. Is going to be the approval process name, and you can assign an approval email template to send it to the approver. Say we have an opportunity that is ready for you to approve. I'm going to go down and select our criteria. We have a few different options. Either the formula evaluates to be true or the criteria are met. The differences between these two is the AND function. So here we can have this be where discount amount is greater than 25% and opportunity is greater than 1,000. We'd be able to do that there. But the formula evaluating to be true, we can use things like OR as well as AND or different pick list values. We can have date times and have this be a lot more complex. But if you just need this to be a very simple thing, I would use criteria. Let's go ahead and choose our discount. Greater than or equal to 25 is going to be for what we are comfortable with. Then we need to select the approver. So this is going to be the submitter chooses them manually, which could be or could not be good depending on your org. You can automatically assign the approver based upon the hierarchy field, which is what we're going to do. So then it is the manager, or you could automatically assign approvers. Again, just going with the standard or custom hierarchy, having it be the manager. I'm going to hit select and OK. Okay, so now it will take us into the different steps that we will set up based upon our circumstance. And you could have none of these, you could have all of these. One thing about approval processes is that when you submit the record is going to be locked for the submitter. So what that means is if you submit an opportunity into the approval process, you will not be able to edit it until it has been approved or rejected. So that is one of the initial submission actions. So that's what's going to happen automatically when you submit it. Then we have approval steps. Then we have the different approval and rejection actions. So approval actions could be once it's approved, send an email to the user that submitted it or to the opportunity owner saying that this opportunity has been successfully approved. You can now go on working on this opportunity. Rejection actions are also going to happen after the record has been rejected, and it is really helpful to set some type of email or task to say, hey, this record needs to be modified in this way. This is why I am rejecting it. And then we have recall actions. When it comes to rejection and recall actions, these are going to unlock the record for the user to go ahead and edit the record. I'm going to set up a final approval action. I'm going to add new, and this is going to be very similar to how a workflow rule has worked in the past. You can have a task, email alert, field update, or an outbound message. I am going to have this final approval action be an email alert. So I went email alert and have the description be record approved. And before you come in here and set up this specific email alert, you'll want to create a email template. I'm going to choose a random one because this is a test org. Case response. Again, test org, it's not going to matter what the email is when it gets approved or rejected, but if you are doing this in your standard org, your production org, then please by all means create the email template beforehand. So here we can choose who the recipient is going to be. When it comes to things like email alerts, I like to have this be the owner of the field that gets the email rather than a user or a role in subordinates, just so then really the only people that need to get the email are the ones getting the email. So I'm going to have this be the owner, opportunity owner, and other things that we could do is add the account owner as well. If these are two different people, let's say we had a team of 5 different people and one of them was the account owner and you had 4 sales reps underneath the account owner working on the different opportunities with that account, then it could be really helpful to have both the account and opportunity owner. But if this is a small org, then you're likely going to see the account owner also be the opportunity owner. I am going to hit save. And there we go. We do have the email alert going out. Other things I like to do is add a task if it's rejected. So again, we can assign this to the user, the owner. I'm going to have this be the opportunity owner. And have this modify opportunity. And have this be the due date of rule trigger date plus a week or 7 days. I am going to have the status be not started and the priority be high because this is affecting how much it's going to cost our customer. So I will hit save. And there we go. We should have that rejection action. So let's say we have an opportunity discount that is greater than 25% or it is at 25%. It's going to be sent to their manager, and if it is approved, then the email will go out to the owner of the opportunity as well as the owner of the account that it has been approved. And if it is rejected, then there will be a task for the opportunity owner to modify the opportunity. One last thing before we end this out is that we do need to activate this. Click OK. And it is now activated. And there you go. That is how you set up an approval process for an opportunity. I hope that you found this helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Like, subscribe. This video is very similar to one that I do have in my admin course that is now out on Udemy. So if you're looking to become a certified Salesforce administrator, please check that out. It would really mean a lot to me. And I'll catch you in the next one.